But I love seeing great games for a great cause. Thanks for all your hard work. Putting this towards the squid percent because we need more runs. Heart emoji. Thank you so much, MK. And with that, we are all set up, so let's go ahead and go over to see that run of Super Mario Sunshine any percent.
I'm Fullaire, and I have Pinkish with me, and we're hoping to do a great any percent run of Sunshine.
Sup, chat?
Alright, are we all good to start? Alright, so countdown. In 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty. Hi.
So, Sunshine, any percent. It's a pretty fun game. Hopefully a lot of people have played this game before, and as always, we gotta start off on Airstrip as Peach and Mario are taking their fantastic little vacation together. So, as you can tell, we are not playing this game in English. We are playing it on the PAL version and using Italian as the quickest version on that.
Yeah, actually, we figured out that Italian and Japanese are one of the two fastest languages to run the game in, but PAL version has some advantages over Japanese, and so does Japanese over PAL. I don't know if you want to go into like what the advantages are. They're very minimal. There's not very much time loss between either version, but those are definitely the fastest to run in. So right now we're just like doing pretty basic stuff. We're just gonna grab Flood, watch another cutscene. This game is great. We watched like 7 minutes of cutscenes at the start of this game. So that's great, fantastic. We love it. We get all the lore.
Yeah, the lore we don't pay attention to though.
Usually, if you're familiar with the updated or like runners of Sunshine right now, we usually run what is called hacked file, where we actually skipped all of these cutscenes and we don't have to watch any single, like none of them, except for like later in the run, but it has actually made the run a lot more enjoyable to do, but for marathon purposes, we're actually going to be watching the lore and learning a little bit more about what Flood does and why Mario is going to later be in jail, but that's for later lore.
Mario's a little rascal.
Dude, he was framed.
I'm
just saying.
I don't know, I honestly think Mario did it. Guilty.
Guilty as charged. You might be right.
To refill tank, enter a body of water and press the
But yeah, this run is one of my favorite runs personally to personally do and to watch in the Mario realm of speedruns and in 3D Mario world of speedruns. I think it's like one of the most movement intensive runs that I've ever had to do and watch, and it's always a joy watching people who are better at the game than me run this game.
I agree with that, because obviously, I think world record's what, 1:13:44, so...
No, this is totally world record right now.
Yeah, my PB is a 1:23:45, so yeah, I'm getting on up there, but consistently, slowly, not trying to do anything too crazy, but we'll do a few cool tricks, you know. Won't do all baby strats.
So yeah, now we go into the 2 minutes of lore.
Yes.
And this is where we can like talk a little bit about what we have to do as an any percent run if you have never watched this run before. Technically, to beat this game in any percent quota is basically you just have to defeat Shadow Mario at every single level, and that's about it. Like as soon as you beat Shadow Mario in every single level slash world of Sunshine, you get to go into Corona Mountain and then do the final battle against Bowser.
Charged with polluting
And
our
that's pretty much
beautiful home, and yes, endangering our very way of life.
I just wanted to make sure,
Indeed.
chat,
How can
that every
one
time
not
we
be
get a shine,
aware of what is going
you
on?
spam cat jam,
Though it is
shine get,
daytime
cat
in
jam.
Delfino Plaza,
then
our poor residents
is all for
tremble
nothing.
beneath the
Cat
veil
We'll
of
have to do
darkness.
it. Cat jam,
Expert
shine get,
scholars
cat
have
jam. It's
determined
not
that
cool
this
cat anymore. We gotta do cat
darkness
jam.
has
That's the
arisen because
superior
all of our
cat
guardians,
emoji
the
on
Shine
Twitch.
Love
Sprites,
it.
have vanished from their gathering spot at the Shine Gate.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty
reason?
nervous. I don't know why.
I like how you're nervous. Like, I'm just sitting here,
This
I'm
horrible
sweating. You
graffiti is
cannot
to blame.
tell, but I am.
Behold this sketch
So-
of the
Sweating too.
perpetrator
I'm not gonna lie.
based on
This is a lot.
eyewitness
Like it's
descriptions.
like I personally love this
truth
game.
is obvious.
Like I have
The
a
guilty
love-hate
party
relationship
sits
to it,
among
but
us. It
I
is
actually
none
really,
other
really do
than
enjoy this game.
Mario.
And running
Overruled.
like,
I judge
watching
the
the run
defendant guilty as
of
charged.
it.
I hereby
So,
order the defendant to clean this
I
entire
think we
island.
both are trying
until
to
Isle
put the
Delfino
best
is
show we
completely
can
free of his
and
vile
leave
handiwork.
Sunshine with a
Mario
good
shall
name.
not be allowed to leave.
Fleet Vidal, so it's a bit
adjourned.
nerve-wracking. I'm not gonna lie. So chat, please be kind to us.
I mean, it's really hard to follow up that amazing Odyssey run, though. Like, a PB and a marathon with the nerves and just, like, having to commentate. I don't know how Peaches did it.
I agree. Peaches,
but the pollution itself is
freaking
not
killed
the
it.
main problem.
Absolutely. So,
Mario, you witnessed this
a lot to live
object
up
at
to
the
afterwards.
airstrip, correct? It is a
Dude,
shine sprite.
you're gonna do great.
Shine sprites are
This-
the
this
source
game-
of power on Isle
This game
Delfino.
is
They used to gather in
This
great
game's
numbers
something.
at the Shine Gate.
It's
but
fun.
all I gotta say.
graffiti
Nostalgic.
It really
has
is.
polluted
It actually
the
really is.
island,
Like,
and
I
most of the
actually
Shine
do
sprites
enjoy
have fled.
the
There is
movement
no
in this
longer
game
any
a lot
power
more
to
than
support
any of the other
peaceful
Mario games that I've
lifestyle of
played.
the islanders. It is most pitiable.
I don't know if it's
The
the most
only
enjoyable
way
run to do.
ensure the return of the Shine
It's
It definitely
definitely
takes a
slow.
mental toll.
Yeah, I
but
was gonna say, it's like kind of slow, you know, like, it's like the movement's fast, but then you have all these cutscenes, and whenever you've got Shine, it's slow. So you have plenty of mental breaks, though, at the same time.
Mario are being treated as a criminal.
Alright, to
Tomorrow
recap,
we
Mario's
must
a
do
criminal.
our best to
He
resolve
destroyed the
this
island, their way of
situation.
life. He is in trouble, so we have to go clean up the island now.
Go straight to
He's
quit.
in baby
You
jail.
can't miss the Met now.
2 policemen only on this island.
Jobs to get rid of all that ugliness.
Actually,
And
that's true.
remember,
I've never
we'll
noticed that
be
before.
watching you, pal.
There's literally
we'll
only 2
know it when
policemen.
you start slacking off.
I guess no one ever does anything bad up until this point. This is the only time they ever had a prisoner, probably.
So the run starts now. So basically, first things we gotta do is open up the Bianca Hills, which is coming up here. Then we're gonna watch another cutscene. We're gonna defeat Shadow Mario again, which is then gonna come back to Bianca Hills, and then we're gonna start getting shines. Which is the most fun part about this run and game.
Yeah, just really cutscene heavy in the very beginning. I think we have like
Yeah.
another cutscene with PD left, and then like that's about it. And finally, just smooth sailing to the end.
I would say that there's the Pinna, entering Pinna.
Oh yeah, I
cutscene.
don't skip
And-
that.
and that will, yeah, that would be the last one that we see in the run.
That one's so good, Mama Peach.
It really is. So the important part in this, in here at least, is hopefully get Shadow Mario early enough so that he doesn't go all the way around, or as you would have seen forward, he went backwards this time, and that saves time. So good job on that. I usually mess that up, and he goes the other way around, and it loses a lot of time. So getting a quick kill there is actually really, really good.
So first level, unless you count airstrip, so first level. So it wants you to go fight another one of these goopy slime monsters at the base of the hill. Just really loves that monster boss, even if you could call it a boss. But instead we're gonna skip it and go all the way up to the top of the windmill where PD is waiting for us.
Which actually, this fight with PD is actually Shine number 2, or the episode number 2 for Bianco Hills. But for some reason, the devs of this game didn't realize that you could actually trigger to go into this Shine while still being in the first episode. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna skip first shine, and then we're just gonna go straight into the second one to save some time.
I didn't mess up the windmill. Those kicks, sometimes you can just somehow jump straight through the middle of the windmill if you're not lined up properly, so it's always exciting. So this game really likes for you to re-battle bosses, so this is not going to be the last time we see PD, so.
Oh, if you guys are curious, what she's doing right now, that sounds a lot like ASMR controller. She's doing a thing called spam spraying. So basically, you just have to hit A and the R button in your controller, which is actually, from what I know, it is an intended thing that the devs were intending you to do while you were playing Sunshine. So usually spam sprays they're used a lot in this run, and they're very nice to spray a lot of water in a short period of time, which is very nice when you're fighting PD, both in here and later in Bianco 5. And then there's another boss fight where we use the spam sprays a lot, and another shine later in the run as well that we use it a lot. But it's a very useful tool, and just, what would you call it? Is it like a, I wouldn't say strat. I was just mechanic of the game, I guess.
Yeah, just an unknown mechanic that most people never probably think to do. Or they accidentally find it out, but it's kind of hard to master with the timing to consistently have your spam sprays coming out.
That wall jump is usually very finicky, so good job on getting it first try.
Yeah, that pole can be kind of glitchy.
Yeah. The hitboxes in this game are something. They call it the clip into everything simulator.
All right, so that's
Nice.
the first secret of many, and what is probably the easiest secret, 'cause it's very straightforward. Just pretty much hold up the entire time and time some dives and rollouts.
So here actually comes, I'm actually not sure if you do the travel skip, but I'm pretty sure you do.
We're gonna go for it. We're not gonna say we're
Right.
gonna get it, but
All right, cool. So usually here, there's I would call it glitch, where we are able to defeat this Goopy Pianta. I don't even know what they're called.
that is.
I don't know my Sunshine lore. We're able to kill this Goopy Pianta at the same time of entering. So when you defeat this Goopy Pianta, I'm actually gonna wait for her to be done, because it's a interesting trick to get. Awesome. That's awesome. Good job. So basically what she did there is she was killing the Pianta, and that would trigger the cutscene to open up Rico. But what she did is she killed the Pianta and hover slide all the way to Bianco, and by entering Bianco at the same time that the cutscene is triggering, you're able to skip the cutscene completely, or void it, per se, and just go straight into Bianco and save about 10 seconds, 15 seconds maybe.
Yeah, something like that.
That's one of my favorite struts to get.
Definitely looks cool. Looks like you're kind of breaking the game there. Bianco Hills is so calming. I love red coin levels.
We love that it's the start of the run too. I think we could actually go for a donation if there's any.
Absolutely. I have a $15 donation from False Boo. They say, good luck on the run. You're going to do great. Also, save the animals. Thea. And I have a
Thank you for the
$75. Oh, so sorry.
Go ahead.
I have a $75 donation from Axe. They don't leave a comment, but thank you so much for the donation.
Keep donating, guys. Thank you so much for donations.
Oh god. I know, we have to hit that last bonus game unlock, which I think we have a few more $1,000 toward.
Yeah, actually, it's only $3,762 away, if my math is correct.
Alright, here's our first bit of RNG that we're gonna encounter is with this PD fight here. So of course, we have to fight PD again, but, you know, this time he's a little upgraded, right? He can fly. It's, you know, whatever PD is. So, but flying doesn't really change anything about how this is. Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, I can't commentate. Pink, you gotta take over this.
Alright, so basically we just have to fight PD, defeat him 3 times again. Do the same thing, just fill him up with water and then like ground pound over his belly. But the thing is, in this shine, he's gonna fly around and he has over 6,000 different RNG patterns that he could take, and which is pretty crazy, not gonna lie. And not only does he have different ways of flying, he also has RNG in throwing this tornado that goes around him, and that usually wastes about, I don't know, like 5 seconds? I don't even know. Probably like 3. I'm not very versed in how many seconds everything loses, but usually loses time. But right here, she's getting actually a pretty good RNG path. Hopefully he goes down, or if he goes up, he goes...
As long as he doesn't go all around town, that's...
Yeah, okay, that's good RNG. Alright, that's pretty good RNG. So, this run has a lot of RNG heavy fights. PD is one of them. And later in the run, we're gonna meet King Boo, and he's very RNG heavy, and a run can die in that level because King Boo can sometimes be really mean and just give you like 7 extra cycles, which has happened to me before.
Yeah, like sometimes 20 seconds at the end of a run can really be a run killer, so... But the chances are very slim, so we're really hoping.
They're very low. So we're hoping, and hopefully you guys in chat bless us with good RNG in this run. But yeah, PD in this fight is like one of the first RNG based things we see. And now we're actually gonna go into the first like major skip in this run. If you're starting to run Super Mario Sunshine any % at least, this skip saves about, I think it's like 20 minutes of the entire run, because we're technically and literally gonna skip the entirety of Gelato. My bad. We're gonna skip the entirety of Gelato and go straight into episode. Like, we're gonna grab the shine of episode number 8, which is the episode literally no one ever wants to do in their casual playthrough of Sunshine. And after that, we're just gonna go into Gelato 7 and then defeat Shadow Mario and then leave. We're just not gonna see any more of Gelato, which is amazing because Gelato can be very, very tedious, to say the least. But this is one of the hardest tricks IMO to do. But it's very, very heavy on muscle memory, so I'm sure Fullaire is gonna get it, so...
Yeah, we're gonna get it at least one coconut, unless we lose the coconut.
Yeah, so basically the trick is grabbing a coconut, clipping through the hut, and then just hovering over to the shine, which you're gonna see her do. And I'm gonna try not to talk because this is a very intense like clip and skip, so I'm just gonna let her do her thing.
Yeah, we're gonna listen to the sound of my heartbeat pounding so I don't mess this up. So.
You got this.
Yep, so we're making our way over to the hut here. Got our little coconut.
You gotta make sure you're lined up with the hut in a straight line so you can run up against the coconut.
And there we have
first
it.
try.
There we have it.
Dude, see? I told you.
Yeah, that
So-
trick, it took me months to learn. Like, it was the first thing I ever tried to learn speedrunning glitch-wise. And let me tell you, some people just get it. I was not one of those people. So.
I think it took me like 8 hours in a single day to actually even get it once. It's a very hard trick. So now we go into Gelato 7. So we skipped all of Gelato and we can just go straight into Gelato 7, defeat Shadow Mario, and then skididdle-do out of Gelato. And we don't have to do anything else, which is amazing because Gelato is very long and very tedious.
Getting those quick kills on Shadow Mario is really nice because once he starts running, and it's really hard to catch him if you don't usually kill him within the first, like, few seconds of him taking off. And any of the levels, that is.
Yeah, quick kills are very important. I wouldn't say super important, but they're definitely time savers if you can get them right. So that's definitely a major time save whenever you can get a quick kill on a Shadow Mario. So right now we're going to be entering Pianta early, which is a trick that you actually have to learn as well. And I wouldn't say it's like the second hardest thing to learn, how to like maneuver and quickly input everything in your controller to get to Pianta. But basically you're not supposed to go into Pianta until you get the rocket nozzle, and you unlock the rocket nozzle until like I think it's like 25 shines or 30 shines, but we do that trick to get into Pianta early, and we don't need that. We don't need to unlock it. This is another level with heavy RNG, and the RNG is based on like where the chompers go, and like you can lose a significant amount of time depending on like the path that they take. Which she didn't get the greatest RNG right now. She got a pretty bad first chomper
Yeah,
RNG.
that was a really bad, plus the bonking. Everything's going to be way off from where I'm used to it being, but it's okay.
Something that I actually didn't realize until recently is that the chompers start like wiggling towards the nearest path to them. They just don't go randomly. And I just didn't notice that until recently.
Where did this one go? Alright, he's gonna come around this way. Yeah, this is really bad, but...
She also got really a second bad RNG with this chomper, which best RNG I would say is going like parallel to where she's looking.
Oh god,
where
let's
she's gonna throw the
dodge
chomper.
that fire goop.
But he went around and back. So yeah. This run unfortunately is very RNG heavy in some levels that can really lose you a lot of time.
Gosh, this level, I don't know if they're ready for this. This one's so difficult. Pianta 2. Oh.
Oh no way. I can't wait to see my boy Piantissimo just beat you in a race.
I know, he is the real original speedster.
Dude, he goes so fast. He doesn't stop. Actually, this level is pretty much an auto scroller, so we can take a donation or two.
Absolutely. I have a $10 donation from Izzy and Ezra that says, GDQ is my newborn Ezra's favorite thing in the whole world. He has loved watching everyone play. Excited to watch more speedruns with your new biggest fan. Thank you so much. I also have a $50 donation from Eliza that says, Go Fleet Fatales. My girlfriend and I love seeing all these fellow gamer girls crush these runs. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Eliza. We have a $10 donation from Mario that says, It's me, Mario. And Mario says, Save the animals. Thank you very much for the donation towards the Kill Save incentive.
That's awesome. Thank you for the donations.
Oh god, I didn't know if I was gonna beat him.
Yeah, you were pretty close. I don't know.
I don't know.
That's pretty monkai. I mean, pretty monkai, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, I have died in that level before. Sometimes you just get too fast and too eager, and you just, you know, fly right off the tree.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, I've also died on that level. I clipped through the platform where you were supposed to land, and that was the most embarrassing moment in my speedrun history ever. So this level, it's actually really interesting. You're supposed to try to get around the goop, but what we're gonna do, we're just gonna skip all that.
That's not good. Okay, I'm gonna go grab the wind again.
Yeah, in this level, we're trying to get a damage boost here to try and skip through all the lava, and then do some cool tricks, and then just land on top of the mushrooms.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, we got
Okay, nice.
extremely lucky there.
That's a nice save.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, that's basically what we had to do. She almost died, but the goop literally saved her life. So
Oh no! The
that's
little
really
chicken's
good.
coming! Sorry.
Really good goop RNG.
Yeah, so it's like if you don't get the damage boost going in the correct direction, and then like, you know, you're kind of messed up with your distances and you can kind of fall into the
Yep.
goop. It's really hard
If
to maneuver in the fire.
If
though.
your camera is also not set up correctly or like lined up with like where you have to land, your whole movement can be messed up, and then you can land on the goop. And like as soon as you land on the goop, you do not stop like taking damage, and you essentially die unless something really lucky like what happened to her, where there's a goop and then it can boost you off from taking damage. So yeah, this level is pretty straightforward. It also has some RNG to it. She got the worst RNG. This game is doing great for us.
I love it. I love it.
We love the RNG. This is technically the worst path the chomper can take. I don't know how much time it loses, but it's definitely the worst path, the slowest for sure. But I don't think that the time difference on like paths are too big. It's probably like, I would say like maybe 3 seconds max.
Yeah. It's not too bad. It's not a run killer, so. We got the chain skip there, though, where we try to force him into this hot tub, because he doesn't want to get in the hot tub. And you can kind of grab his chain and, like, force him to, like, get in before, and you don't have to drag him in at all, so. Whew, okay. I'm actually a little nervous for this next one, like, legitimately. Not piantissimo worried, but, like. Whew. Yoshi
here
skip.
comes another, here comes Yoshi skip, where technically, this is why Pianta early is hard, I guess, is because in this level, you need Yoshi to unlock the level, Pianta 5, but we don't have Yoshi yet, so we're gonna try to clip through one of the mushrooms and get into the level, into the secret. But yeah, that's pretty much it, and I'm just gonna let her do it because this is a very intense skip, or clip.
Okay.
And first try.
We got
Let's
it.
go, dude. Oh, that's awesome.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Well, the chucksters might not be awesome, though.
Yeah. So this level, this secret is by far, and you can quote me all the time you want, this is by far the worst secret in the entire game. You pretty much have to talk to these chucksters to launch you off to different platforms. And here, she's trying to manipulate the chucksters to launch her off in a certain direction, like at a certain time. And basically, we just have to, talk to them in certain spots where they will launch us to not death. Which has happened to me and many runners multiple times.
Yep, and this guy up here, he's totally RNG too. As he's walking around this platform, he can just stand here for a good 30 seconds if he wanted to, but hopefully he's gonna start moving. So.
Usually, in that spot, you can jump on him before he reaches the spot where he stops, and it will completely stop him from pretty much stopping, from like idling in a certain spot.
I was kind of banking on him being
Yeah.
nice from that first jump I took on him, so.
Yeah, that's also RNG based. It's RNG based on whether he stops or not. So I think jumping on his head loses about 2 seconds each time you do that, but overall it saves you more time. If like it's more of a safer strat to do that.
So this level is probably one of the most fun for people to grind out because there is like an in-level timer. So we just gotta clean off 10 of these different piantas as fast as possible.
Which they somehow just sunk. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but in the first goop, where we defeat the first goopy pianta or piranha or whatever it's called, I don't know. The thing that's supposed to unlock Bianco and Rico, right? You see this pianta. You guys probably didn't notice, but there's this pianta who literally just walks into the goop and just sinks. He like actively walks into the goop and sinks. And I'm like, why? But he just does it.
So part of this level is trying to unlock the piantas before you actually get to them, because it does save time, because there's a moment whenever they pop out from the goop that they are unable to talk to you. And a 203 may or may not be the best time I've gotten. So
Yes, that's awesome. Yeah, a good time to get in this level is anything above a 2-minute time.
I think I've gotten a 203 once before, so very proud of that.
Pepe clap. And we just have to defeat Shadowmaru again in this level, and then we're off to personally one of my favorite worlds in Sunshine.
Yeah, I'd have to say that I like Pianta a lot. It's cool how the days can change, you know, night versus day. So you see some differences between the worlds whenever they change times. So.
Wait, there's night and day in this level?
Yeah, like look, it's nighttime right now. And the one we just did was day.
I'm so sorry, dude. I have actually never played this game casually, so I never really realized all those small
You
details.
have to get a blue coin from the moon, and you've done like blue coins and stuff like that. So how do you not?
Yeah,
Never
like,
mind.
I don't know. Listen, I don't pay attention to that stuff. So this is the last cutscene we're gonna like see in the run, and then after that it's no more cutscenes. Yay! So usually here, but there's a trick called honey skip where you go over and around the tower next to this cutscene, and what you do is you clip through it, and then you die going into triggering the cutscene. And when you die and trigger the cutscene at the same time, somehow that skips the cutscene, and then you're able to just go straight into pinup without having to watch this cutscene. And I don't know how much time it saves either, but it's a very hard skip to do, or like to get right. So because if you die and you didn't trigger the cutscene, you pretty much go back to the start where like in front of Bianco, which is a lot more time lost than if you get it right.
Yeah, it's a very short cutscene.
Or
so,
get it.
like, I think I've been telling people it's like about 15 seconds. So like me messing it up is going to be a lot more time lost than me just like waiting to learn that trick.
So this is another place where we skip another cutscene. So right here, we're gonna trigger the cutscene by entering a hover slide, and we're gonna exit area, and that's gonna somehow just skip the cutscene, which is, I think it's like 1.5 minutes.
Oh yeah, I've missed the cutscenes before, and they are long.
Yeah, I've missed the second cutscene, which is longer than the first one, and that was painful.
Yeah, you just gotta sit here and take it.
So this level has 2 cutscenes, the one at the start and then the one at the end, and we are thankfully able to skip both. The first one by entering the cutscene I forget the word. Just the
Loading
cutscene
zone?
area.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cutscene loading zone and just exiting area, and somehow that just skips the cutscene, and we're able to tuck to the Noki and then just get into the level straight away. And this level is just pretty simple. It's just hit the rockets into the Bowser. And the important part is getting the cutscene skip, which you'll see when she does it, and I'll explain what happened. So she's gonna wait for his parts to fall off and explode. She's gonna pause and exit screen, and that's gonna skip the cutscene again. And there's the shine. Easy peasy. Those are actually really easy cutscenes to skip. The margin it's not very much of like a tight margin where you can just pause and exit area. So it's not a very hard skip to skip.
Yeah, I'm
Or
always
cutscene to skip.
very impressed by people who can find these cutscene skips or any skip or any glitch in general. Like, these people definitely have a talent for figuring it out.
Oh, 100%. Those people have like way too much talent in this world.
I know, I feel like yeah, they're like picking apart the code for the game, just sitting there like, huh, we could definitely manipulate this, and then like go and do it, and you're like, oh yes, 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 we see now. Okay, I was about to say Pinna 2 is one of my most hated levels in the game, but, you know, since the mole and his cannon cooperated and we clipped in there, like, immediately, we're gonna say it's not my most hated level today.
That
essentially,
skip is pretty
yeah.
satisfying to get, pretty much.
Yeah, because, like, you can essentially just try to hop in there with the mole as he's throwing bombs at you, and you don't have to actually destroy him to get in the cannon, so we just kind of sneak on in there. A little cozy.
And this level is pretty easy. You just have to follow the cycles, and that's about it. We're now gonna get into the nitty-gritty, really fun part about this game.
Yeah.
Do you want to explain what that is?
What is the nitty
Should I
gritty? I'm like, it's all fun, it's all hard, right?
Well, 5-way G.
Oh, yeah.
That's-
We got a few levels before that, but yeah, that's where it just becomes crazy. Like, the development of being able to try to skip levels in this game has just evolved for the Yoshi go-around skip.
So Pinna is another level or world where we skip another shine, and we are gonna be skipping Pinna 5 by going into Pinna 5, but technically not doing Pinna 5. We're gonna be doing a trick called EYG, which stands for Early Yoshi Go Round, and which is Pinna 6 in that case. So when we get to that, you'll probably have to explain a little bit more than I can, because I don't know too much about the trick. I've done it before, but I'm not too much of an expert on it. But basically, the basic things about the skip is just triggering, going into Pinna 5 to then trigger Pinna 6, and skipping Pinna 5.
Yes, in theory, we only get to skip one level, and it seems like a crazy setup just for one level. So it is relatively easy once you get the timing down, and there's been 3 different ways that you can actually skip just this one level. So it used to be you'd go back into Pinna 2 and use the rockets as they were incoming to then be able to transport you over to the merry-go-round. Because what happens is you can get into the park without loading the park, but then you have to get over to the Yoshi go-around using a platform that Yoshi creates. So it's like, you know, whatever you can do to get an enemy into that area and then, you know, kill them with while having Yoshi, and then while being able to turn Yoshi into an orange Yoshi, because Yoshi Go Round is very specific. It must be an orange Yoshi, so.
Yeah, it goes, it's very hard in terms of like what you have to execute.
Dang.
Oh, that was nice.
We missed one.
That was almost, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, my explanation of it was a bit of a forehead explanation, but you did better than I did.
Yeah, we'll take it step by step whenever we get there in the next level.
Basically, the main thing she has to do is make sure that she has 2 fruits. She needs to be purple Yoshi first, and then she needs to do something called fruit storage with a papaya, which is the orange Yoshi, which is the Yoshi color you need to go into the Yoshi go around in Pinna 6. So what she's gonna do, she's gonna go into Pinna 5 and guide some enemies called stews into the loading zone, but she's not gonna go into it through the door like a normal person. She's gonna clip through the wall while being purple Yoshi, and then make one of the stews a purple platform, which pretty much goes forward, which is gonna take her to the Yoshi go around. And then while she's in the platform, she's gonna, I think, press B to eat the fruit that is stored in like the nether. I don't know where it's stored. It's just stored in the nether.
It's just floating, and like as soon as you hit B, Yoshi will eat it. So it's gonna end up looking a lot easier than hopefully what Pink just tried to explain. So banana. Oh, goodbye, banana. Alright, so as she said, we need a papaya. That is sitting right there. And then we need our durian, which turns us purple. Oh no! I hate whenever that happens. Sometimes Yoshi will not eat the fruit closest to him, but it's okay because there's a backup papaya. So, no harm, no foul. Now, papaya is stored.
Yeah, what she just did right there was a fruit storage. She basically eats the fruit, but at the same time leaves Yoshi, and that leaves the fruit in the middle of the air. And you can only do that, I believe, in PAL versions and in English versions. You cannot do that in Japanese versions.
So as you can see, we could use stew number 1 to clip through this area, and it has to be at a very particular height. Then we use stew number 2 to create the platform. Take our time jumping up here, and then press B, and now we are orange, and we're moving straight to this Yoshi go round. So you can actually soft lock in various places around this Yoshi go round, because all you can touch is like, you know, the go round is like it. So if you're too high, you can get stuck and then end up dying, but we're in here, so time for a hard secret. Time for a hard secret.
This secret is actually one of my favorite secrets to do. What a god.
Okay. It's like the hard part.
One of my favorite. Yeah, that's the hard part of the secret, but it's so satisfying to perform.
Oh yeah, I remember first trying to learn it, and I was just like, oh my gosh, over the top to the left, you can go over the top to the middle, over the top to the right.
I know.
So
I actually learned over the top to the left first, and then not just recently learned over the top to the right, and I can't even do over the top left anymore. I just cannot. My brain just
I've done to the left and just stuck with that since I've learned it, because sometimes I bonk or don't have the right angle on the spin jump. But you can get a lot of height if you just keep your momentum going forward there, and you're able to get across a lot faster than riding the little blocks.
We actually have time for like a donation or two as well.
Absolutely. I have a $25 donation from Willow. They say, so excited to be watching with my girlfriend during her favorite game, Sunshine. This event has been amazing. All the runners and commentators have been great. Thank you for what you're doing. Heart emoji. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is a really, really fun run to watch. And everyone's doing amazing. It's been really great to watch this.
Touched.
Me blushing, you can't see, but it's happening.
And as far as how close we are to getting our Celeste Farewell run unlocked, we are at $42,397 out of $46,000. So we're actually really, really close to getting Farewell unlocked, which is amazing. That too is a super, super fun run. So any donation you get in towards any incentive or bid war is going to go towards that, since it is a total donation that we need to reach for it. So get those donations in, get those incentives in. We still got a lot of really great incentives like Squid Run and the Bongo camera. So everything is open up to hit that donation incentive of Celeste Farewell.
That's awesome. Keep donating, guys. It's a great cause. Just keep it up. Don't stop.
Yes, yes. All the money for a good cause. Okay. So, these little bloopers. This is not going to be the last time we see this boss either. I think they reused this boss another 2 times total, but we're only going to fight him 1 more time. Oh no, whoops.
This fight can actually be a bit finicky. If you don't spray him and grab his snout, I don't know, his nose, at the right time, he can like promptly just attack you when you're trying to pull his nose, and it can like throw everything out of balance pretty much, and you will have to just go at it again.
Yeah, so it's essentially as soon as after he attacks, like you have that instant to grab his nose, and he won't try to attack you if you do it like right after his attack is finished, so it's pretty generous in letting you beat him. So blooper surfing's kind of fun, but I don't know how to do blooper lists, so we're not going to be saving any bloopers here.
They still live. They just... Yeah, they're still alive. Technically, like... The only moment in this run, or in this game, where we actually kill anything, it's in Rico 8, which we never see in this run, but in 100%, or 120 shines, you technically can decide to either kill Yoshi or not kill Yoshi. I usually go for killing Yoshi because it's easier. But some people decide to save Yoshi, and that's always wrong. Never save the Yoshi.
So in this level, we purposely grabbed the green blooper, as they all have the same top speed, but the thing about green blooper is that he has the best turning, and we actually don't turn with the analog stick. We're turning with the C stick and just changing our camera. It ends up with the most control, so...
And the green blooper is also the one that we use in Rico 6 to do the red coins, because it's, again, as she mentioned, it's easier to turn in that blooper. And what she did here, she triggered a... I don't know what you call it. I guess it's just...
Checkpoints, I guess, like in the race.
Yeah. So basically, she turned heavily to the right, went over a platform, and then reached a checkpoint, so she didn't have to go all the way around in the race, and that saves some time as well.
Yeah, I kind of take that one for granted sometimes. I'm just like, yeah, it's no big deal. Just hop, 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 and you're done, right?
This is another neat shine that I like to do. You're supposed to intentionally get this shine with a rocket nozzle, but we usually do a nice little hover strat over the girder, or I don't know what it's called. It's called girder. A crane.
Crane,
over
yeah,
the crane, and then we just hover, and it would, I don't know why or how, but hovering over that at a specific time just lets us land right at the bottom of the yellow thing and then get the shine.
Yeah, I don't know what they were thinking by putting like a little flip gate at the bottom. It's like, yeah, people can't time that. Casuals.
Casuals.
Yeah, how naive. So Rico 4 secret is sometimes some people's favorite secret, or sometimes people's just like worst nightmare. So
usually the secret is like very, very satisfying to do fast whenever you learn how to do it fast, because this secret, as some others, works in cycles, and if you don't reach the cycle, you pretty much like either lose a lot of time or die. She pretty much got it, but
It's not over yet. As always.
basically, yeah, true. Just go over these platforms and that's it. The biggest thing in this secret is to get over the first set of platforms and then over the turning cogs. And learning how to do that fast is really, really cool. So.
Yeah, it's like I will never forget one of my first GDQs in which I saw Bouncy Boy running any percent was at the very end of Bianco 6, which is one of the longest secrets, and then just dives right off at where the shine is, and I was like, oh no! So therefore, it's never over till it's over.
That's very true. You know, that's actually happened to me in Serena 2, where I'm like, oh my god, I'm done with Serena 2, and then I just dive off at the end. It's the worst feeling ever. So we're gonna see another great boss in this level. In this episode, I mean, I've never seen this boss before, and it's honestly amazing. So I hope you guys enjoy it too. Look at it. It's literally the same as Rico 1.
It's back with vengeance, so you know you didn't kill it.
But it's in the helipad, so it's a different blooper.
Is it? Are you sure?
I think it's a different blooper.
I don't know. Its markings look a little similar to the one before.
Nah, he's giving me like different vibes.
Yeah, he does look a little angrier. You have to clean his face off a little more. Maybe he's a little stickier. But yeah, that's really all to that blooper. Thank goodness we get to skip the third one, because they put a third one in here. Like, they just could not get enough.
Really did. They really did put a third one in the game. They were like, oh, we haven't had enough of this blooper enough, so I'm just gonna put a third one in there, just to make your casual playthrough a little bit more miserable.
Well, I think they like the concept of they'll give you a unique, cool boss. Like, it's satisfying, you know, ripping off all its legs, killing it, and then you know how to fight it, so then they'll put it in again, because it's like, you know, a little bit of repetitiveness is okay, but I don't like it. I've played this game like over 1,000 hours. Like, I'm tired of seeing the same bosses.
I've actually died in this level quite a lot, unfortunately.
This is probably one of my favorite levels. I really enjoy red coin levels. To me, it's just, they're really quick and smooth, so we're just gonna hope that we don't run into anything in full speed and, you know, knock Mario unconscious. So I'm not entirely sure what the intended way to collect all these coins are, because they have a lot of random coins trying to guide you to the next red coin. And honestly, you won't die if you're going not pressing forward on the control stick at all. So you can get around going fast, and there's plenty of time to do it. So, but we go full throttle the entire time.
I actually don't know what the intended route is either.
I think technically that route that I just did is considered backwards, but to me
I
it
also
just
do that one.
Yeah, it seems easier to grab the coin that's in the air with the submarinas, going over the submarine first, because usually you just bonk into the submarine and die. So
honestly, from the runners I've watched, all of them do the quote-unquote backwards route. So I actually don't know what the other one is.
I think you grab obviously 8, 7, 6. Because I think it's hard to see that last red coin in between the two boats.
Yeah, this shot of Mario is pretty easy. You just have to time when to spray him, and as usually as soon as you get into this blue platform, you start spraying him and he dies. It's pretty easy. If you don't get him, it can be pretty much a run killer, because he goes up in the platforms up above, and that loses a lot of time.
So now we're gonna wrap back around to Bianco 6, and why we didn't finish Bianco in the first place is because of the gelato cutscene, where it's like trying to get you to go to gelato and unlock it. So we just go ahead and unlock it, and Bianco's like riding our way back to get to Serena Beach anyways, so it works out nice.
Exclamation point, why? Because it's faster. That's
Right.
pretty much it.
Yeah, I think it takes like another 3 seconds per little cutscene where it shows you where it wants you to go over on the beach to unlock the level. So, I mean, it's not a whole lot of time, but at the same time, you know, you could do Bianco 6 early in the game if you wanted to, but being a more difficult level kind of feels, better to put it at the end of the game while we're more warmed up and we're not hopefully falling off this. And yeah, we're just gonna take a lot of damage here getting around because I fell. It's okay. The hover nozzle is super useful, you know, casually. Very, very useful. So Bianco 6 is definitely one of the longer secrets. You have to like go here. There's a lot of blocks that make it feel kind of like an auto scroller, and everything's timed once again. We have to go all the way up, and it's a doozy if you fall.
Yeah, this secret is a bit weird because, as she mentioned, it's part auto-scroller, part works on cycles. Most secrets work on cycles, except for Serena 2, I believe.
The stews are still on cycles for Serena too, which is, you know.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it's pretty stationary.
So yeah, based on like how you do these platforms, they're basically on cycles. So if you bonk or do something a little later, your jumps are gonna be skewed, and they're you can pretty much die right at the end of the shine.
Yeah, we'll be improvising if that happens, so that's why secrets are very important. Like, almost sometimes I think it's faster to die in a secret if you mess up a pattern, because it doesn't spit you out of the level and then you have to go back in. It just respawns you right there at the beginning of the secret. So we got another relatively quick kill on Shadow Mario. If he just keeps running into town, it ends up being an extremely laggy portion, so it's really nice to kill him before he decides to leave this little pathway. So Shadow Mario has been standing in the middle of the plaza for probably eons holding this Yoshi egg, just trying to bait you to come after him. Well, we finally want him.
Oh,
He's
wow.
supposed to run the other way. As you see, whenever he
That was
bonks you, you're kind of down and out for a good bit, but it's fine. We killed Yoshi right beside the bananas, and he always wants bananas, so. So this next boss, you're gonna hear a lot of spam spraying, so I'm sorry
A lot of button mashing.
if you don't like the sound of this wonderful Smash GameCube controller. Like, it's loud.
And yeah, this is one of the most RNG-based levels and bosses in the game. I think it probably has way more RNG than PD and Bianco 5 does. Because the only manipulation that you can do is at the start of the fight, where you can jump up the HUD and angle yourself in a way where it will make the manta away from you, so you can spray it and then it will come back, and like you'll have a better angle on it, as you'll see. But that's pretty much the only manipulation you can get. After that, it's all like you have to play with what you get, pretty much, and then go from there.
Yeah, so essentially we just have to try to break it down into all small ones where they end up chasing you as fast as possible.
Yeah, as soon as the mantas turn purple or pink, whatever color you want to see it as, that's where That's what you are trying to aim for a very early pink Mantis. I guess it's not a cycle, it's more of like a stage. Yeah, that's a very good Manta right now. And as soon as the Mantas turn pink, they'll start coming towards you instead of away from you, so they'll be easier to kill.
Yeah, it's like the faster you get to this stage of the fight, the less spread out they are going to be. But generally, we just want to stay up here in the middle, and then they all just come right here. And then we want to look at the sun at the end because it's beautiful scenery, and it also stores our position, so we're looking directly at the shine when it spawns.
No, it's just for romantic purposes, don't lie.
I mean, Mario's probably dreaming about, oh, this would have been perfect with Peach. I bet they were going to stay at this hotel, don't you think?
Yeah, I think they were.
Hopefully.
Unfortunately, I mean, I think she's probably staying there with Bowser, but don't tell nobody.
I mean,
don't tell Mario.
it is infested with ghosts, so I don't know if I'd really want to stay here.
You do have a point.
Oh, Serena too, and we're gonna get a glimpse of some of these boos that they have in the hotel, but it's also a very difficult secret with a difficult entrance to the secret too.
Yeah, yeah. This is like probably one of the hardest levels to get into and to do the level. The secret is very finicky because the game, the physics of this game are not the greatest, and they decided to make a whole level out of sand. Well, that's Gelato 1, but this is the other level made out of sand that makes no sense. And sand physics in this game are terrible. So, yeah, it's great. It's a difficult secret to do, especially fast. But I'm sure she'll do great at it.
Oh, okay, so I'm gonna try to dodge these boos as we go up the pole. I didn't do the super fast way, but getting up there without hitting any boos is pretty nice. Yeah, that sand is not fun to play with. You know, you gotta get on, turn your camera, spin jump off as quick as possible.
Nice.
All right.
Good job. That's awesome. So now we're going into the hardest clip in the entire game.
Banana
Even
clip.
harder. even harder than Gelato, I would say myself.
And whenever we say banana clip, I'm pretty sure, I'm like 99% sure you kind of needed to use a banana because it ends up working the best out of all the fruits we have down here. But what we're supposed to do in this level is go find a pineapple somewhere in the attic and, I don't know, do all this weird crazy stuff to get Yoshi unlocked, but instead we're just gonna use the banana, flip over that wall, and boom, shine,
Psych.
done.
It's a really easy clip. I lie to you guys.
That's like the greatest part about this game. Like, we use fruits to like clip into things. We use like pretty much any object that Mario can pick up and hold. You can probably use it to clip into some sort of wall. Like, walls don't exist in Ocarina of Time. Walls kind of almost don't exist in this game either.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. You can also actually, fun fact, you can actually clip into this arena level with a banana as well, without having to get rid of the pineapple that's blocking the pipe. You can also use a pepper to clip into the left side of the bell and get the shine in there. So it's pretty great. And another fun fact, you can actually use a coconut to clip into the Rico 8 Shine without having to use Yoshi. I learned that recently too.
Fun fact.
So basically this level is terrible to do casually. You have to do some... I don't even know how to do it casually either. I have never played this game casually, I swear.
So you have to unlock, oh no, okay. We're just gonna, say that's a missed cycle. But yeah, so essentially you have to play the slots and then play some matching flipping game with some blocks underneath the curtain, and just all of that is a no-no, so. Okay, I have no idea what I'm doing because, you know, cycles being off. This is another instance of me saying, it's almost better to die in a secret whenever you're not sure of what the cycle is, because it just ruins with your muscle memory at that point, but that's okay, we're alive.
We didn't die, that's the important part.
So round 5, more RNG.
We love it. We're
Oh,
gonna
yeah, we
see
do.
my favorite boss in the game. Actually, no, my second favorite boss. I really like doing Eel.
I love Eel too. It's an interesting boss with some crazy mechanics.
Eel is really fun to do, like, efficiently.
So let's talk about kind of how King Boo operates. So King Boo wants you to play slots. Everything's just casino based, and I guess in the casino, right? And you have to hit him with fruit 3 times, and you also have to have these intermittent cycles where you have enemies spawn. And there's a slight chance, I'm not sure about the percentage, that he will just keep spawning enemies in between, and you have to keep canceling those cycles until you get fruit. So, best case scenario, we get fruit, enemies, fruit, and then, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, it's pretty much the only way we can manipulate him is, like, at the start we run towards where he spawns, and then that will get rid of... I think that saves a few seconds because you just trigger him to come out. And then pretty much in every single monster cycle, we have to make sure that he spawns the monsters, and then we can, like, go under him again to trigger him to go hide. But that's the only manipulation we can do. So anything other than that is an extra cycle. Which right here, she didn't get an extra cycle, which was fruit first, which is nice. So she'll now get monster, which she'll wait for it to spawn. She'll go under Boo to, like, untrigger it. I don't know.
I guess despawn it, like make him too close to him. He hates it.
And right now she should be she just got an extra cycle. She should have gotten fruit there. But King Boo is not very nice, so... And we can tell when we get fruit, when I believe the middle slot is fruit, we know that it's gonna be fruit.
Correct. So once the first one's locked in, we can decide whether or not we want to cancel that cycle or keep it, so this one has to be enemies again. Oh wait, no, yeah. Oh, well that was fruit in the middle, but if you know it's an enemy cycle, it is what it is. So we got bubbles, which are really annoying.
Yep. Nice. Just only one extra cycle.
And this durian is very nicely placed.
That was nice. Good job.
Alright, so King Boo was pretty nice today. That's always a treat.
Yeah, one extra cycle is definitely best case scenario in terms of RNG. And, I mean, best case scenario would be no extra cycles, but I mean, I wouldn't know or how rare that is. I've gotten it in a few of my runs, but it's always like, oh, he wants to give you 1 or 2 extra cycles, so.
Yeah, it's like around, I think, 7-ish seconds for every extra cycle since I'm slow. So for me, kind of that's what it averages out to, which, I mean, it's not that bad.
And here we just gotta clean the beat. and it's a lot of spam sprays, as we talked about it at the very, very early stages of the run, of when this just strat or mechanic is like very useful. Using spam sprays in this level is like one of the most useful like techniques to do, because it clears up the goop way faster. Same with the Manta boss fight.
So one of the advantages of playing on PAL version compared to the Japanese version is that this level is a lot more lenient. I think you only have to clean up around 95% of the goop, where the Japanese version wants you to clean up like 99% of the goop, and sometimes you have some invisible goop that you can't see, but it's there. So usually that's like it's in favor of the PAL and US versions.
We can probably go for a donation or two again here, because it's just Shadow Mario, so. No donations? Yes?
Oh,
Okay.
so sorry, I was muted.
It's all good.
We have a $25 donation from Everwake that says, having just struggled through Mario Sunshine last month, it's cathartic watching Fullaire completely dismantle the game. I don't think I ever beat it, personally, if we're being honest with each other. I have a $15 donation from Maddie J. They say, keep up the good stuff, everyone. Thank you so much, Maddie J. And we are at $42,479 raised, which is amazing. Thank you all so much. And we are now only $3,521 away from meeting our fourth bonus game, which is Celeste Farewell.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I really think we're going to hit it. I'm super excited for that.
I'm sure we will. The people who watch GDQ always end up like surpassing everyone else's expectations, so.
Every single time. It's so good. It makes me feel so happy.
It really does. It's as the other donator said, it's very cathartic.
We also have a $10 donation from Adam that says, first-time donator, absolutely amazed by all the talent on display. Can't wait to see more. Thank you so much, Adam. We still have multiple days of more, so I'm super excited for that too.
All right, so we have now entered the last level that we're going to have to play. So nearing the very end of the run, so make sure you get those donations in before Noki 5, because, I mean, that's another Piantissimo race, and we know how that's going to end. So, with absolute crushing defeat of Piantissimo.
You're going to absolutely get destroyed.
With so much time for all of your generous donations, so.
So in this coming level, or Shine, we're gonna do, I think, our last clip of the game, where we basically are gonna take a little spring box, those jumpy thingies, and then we're gonna do the thing where we just grab something, we throw it, and then we clip through the wall. And this is the level where you're supposed to go through the ruins, and it's very, very long, and then you have to fight at the end another blooper, which we don't want to do. So we're technically just gonna clip through this waterfall, and we're gonna reach where the Shine room is. So it's pretty easy. This is again one of the easier clips to get. We just run, we throw it, she hovers a little bit, dives, and then we're in the Shine room. It's pretty easy.
You can actually miss the Shine room, so like if you hover too late or not long enough, you can miss the entire room, so, and then just go.
I mean, it's always better. It's always, yeah, it's always better to be safe than sorry. So I always hover a little longer, and you're supposed to hover a little bit to the left because that's where the shine room is supposed to be. So just hover a little bit to the left, and then you can dive, and then you should be in, pretty much. If you land outside, I believe you die.
Yeah, yeah, you just die. There's nothing there. It's just death awaits you.
Death awaits you.
Just
Pretty
like
much.
this entire run, death awaits me. All these secret levels, and they're black pits underneath, and this like optimistically happy, like snappy music, and you're just like, oh my god, I'm gonna die.
We can go for some more donations here.
Absolutely. I have a $10 donation from The H that says, GDQ is also introducing us to a lot of new friendly faces, and for another good cause too, all while being awesome again. I'm into it. Keep up the great work, y'all. Thank you so much, The H. I have a $6 donation from Jordan, Fabled Idiot, that says, Via. I also have a $100 anonymous donation. They don't have
Whoa.
a comment there, but thank you so much for the donation.
Whoa, thank you for that 100.
Okay, so Noki 3 was pretty much just a warm-up to teach you how to maneuver underwater, which thankfully is not swimming. Like, you get to use float underwater, which is way better than having to swim. Like, most underwater levels are awful, but the hover nozzle makes it a little bit better. So next we're gonna go into the eel, which has a lot of crazy, like, you have to manipulate it and make sure it does what you want. So we're gonna go for what is a 5-tooth strat. So we're gonna try to clean off 5 of its teeth before it starts spinning, and then hopefully clean off the next tooth, and then we get a spin cycle, and then we get next one, and then we try to get a cutscene skip, which involves taking damage at the exact same time that you finish like cleaning off his last tooth. So that saves about like 18 to 20 seconds. So we're gonna hope that we get it.
It is actually not a very hard skip to get because it's not super frame perfect. So basically, the window to get that skip is pretty big. So it's mostly trying to time either losing health or like air, or taking damage by running into or swimming into the tooth and taking damage that way.
All right, so we got the first 5 teeth, and now we have 3 more to go. So essentially what we want to do is he will automatically spin, and if we go really low in his mouth, he will close his mouth, which we want, and then it kind of resets to where we can clean. And here's the last tooth. We're gonna try to get the setup along his edge. And there we go, there's the cutscene skip. We took that damage by running into the tooth, and now we're not reset at the very top anymore. So that is about 20 seconds of time save.
So we're gonna land right where the shine will land, so we don't have to swim down when the shine spawns, which is very nice.
Okay, we are almost at the end, so this has been really fun. So I say that before we get to Noki 6, I'll say that later. And then Corona's still hard. I don't know what it is with this game, but for the very last part, they decide to like make you use all these things that you've never used this entire run. Like, I would love it if they decided to put another blooper, in Corona Mountain, because we've already faced it so many times, it'd be familiar.
So now we go into our last, but not least, Piantissimo race. Which, by the way, you're gonna totally lose. I'm just gonna say that. But you cannot miss the bonk.
I am pretty sure I was featured on Speedrun Fails because I actually lost this race because I thought I was like, I touched the flag. Oh yeah, we're good. I never touched the flagpole. And he just comes up and I'm like, where's my shine? And then, death.
That has happened to me before too.
Yeah. So we're gonna make sure we touch this, and we could also take a few donations while we wait for Piantissimo to finish up here.
Of course, I have a $25 donation from the Cat Umbrella. They don't leave a comment, but thank you so much. Also, it's probably a good time to update on some of our incentives. We've got 200 out of 2,000 for Squid Percent Run, so only 1,800 to go for that. And for the Jungle Beat Bongo camera, we are at 380 out of 2,500, so 2,120 to go for that, which I think we can get both of those before tomorrow. Squid Percent just went to 300, so only 1,700 left. And as a reminder, Squid Percent, if met, Kinda Nerdy Housewife will perform a Squid Percent run, which includes befriending all of the squids and doing a dance with them. Is that not the most precious thing you've ever heard?
That is
I'm
very
super
damn cute.
excited for that. It's so cute. And the bongo cameras are for when you play DK Jungle Beat. It is typically done with the bongos. And if met, there's going to be a cool little camera to showcase this controller during the run, which is going to be super fun to watch.
So this next secret that I'm going to do is kind of like the last thing that we got to do. And it's tough because the nerves and everything, so. And it's a rather long one too.
Yeah, this is a very long secret as well. Usually, since this is the last secret in the run, it's usually a run killer because most of the runners who are in a good paced run get very nervous around this secret because it's a long secret and a lot of things could go wrong. But if you take it slow, it should be fine. So yeah, pretty much. The only thing about the secret, the fun fact is in the community we call it Chokey 6 because a lot of people choke runs in this level. So it has been baptized with that name.
Oh, okay.
And perfectly executed. Amazing.
All right, that just leaves us with one last Shadow Mario to kill and then a Corona Mountain to conquer and a Bowser fight. So once again, there's Shadow Mario just chilling with that turbo nozzle, which we don't even use in the any percent run. So
Yeah.
hover sliding and you know, is like a way faster way to travel than the turbo nozzle actually. So.
And this is the last Shadow Mario we have to beat before he floods the entire Delfino Plaza, and then we go into Corona Mountain to fight, that was very nice.
Quick kill.
That's called a quick kill. So once we beat this Shadow Mario, the entire Delfino Plaza is gonna be flooded, and we're gonna go straight into Corona Mountain and then beat Bowser.
So, the fun thing about Corona Mountain is that they're gonna give us this weird boat to use, right? Everyone knows about this boat. While casually, yes, it's absolutely the worst. We're gonna do speedboat, so we're just gonna go full speed ahead and hope we don't hit anything, because we don't have time to be dodging rocks, so. There's also a backup strat if we happen to hit something, like in the second half of the boat part, so hopefully I don't have to showcase any of those moves, because it's not fun. All right, and here we go. This wonderful lava volcano we got going on. Uh-oh. It's okay. I accidentally hovered a little too early,
Oh
but you can
my God,
actually
you
hover off those rocks.
You scared.
I scared myself.
So what she's doing right now, she's doing something called rocket storage, which launches you off all the way, and you don't have to jump through every single one of the clouds. It's a little bit difficult to explain that.
Yeah, we're just gonna leave it at that.
Like, really,
We're just gonna let me focus on this. You know, it's just like what, 5 rocket boosts and to kill Bowser.
Yes.
So
yeah, this is gonna be quiet time. Because this Bowser, everything could go wrong in this
yeah,
Bowser
so
fight. Especially
time
because
will
of
be
the goop.
coming up on the last ground pounds of this. So. So on this last ground pound is going to be time. Boom. Time. So, and that was pretty much an any percent run, you know? Beat Bowser, save our princess, and there we go.
And then discover that Peach is not a Babe Bowser Jr.'s mother. It's another fun fact.
All right, so
That was a pretty sick run.
yeah, that was really good. I'm really proud of myself. You know, we executed a lot of the Carter clips and whatnot. Could showcase those very well, so I'm proud of that. So Flood's actually dead. Worked so hard to help Mario clean the island, and this is what happens.
Mario,
We needed some Fs in chat for Flood.
this is
Flood is dead. Rip Flood.
Mario, look.
But yeah, we did it. We cleaned the island. We've cleared Mario's name. So, but
He's no longer a convict.
yeah, we're out of jail. Only with a small record now. I like the Pianta dance. So,
Here's the best part.
Junior, I've got something difficult to tell you about Princess Peach.
I know she's not really my mama.
Bowser's so surprised that his only child figured it out.
Someday, when I'm bigger, I wanna fight that Mario again.
That's my boy.
Which he never did, by the way.
Yeah. Should we take some donations? Is there anything left on the donations for today?
Yes.
Awesome.
I have a $25 donation from Pico de Moose that says, just another shout out to all always coming out and great show for a great cause. Thank you. Thank you for the donation. It's really, really appreciated.
Now,
And I have a $100 donation from Whatevs that says, great cause and great runs. Thank you so much. We are getting so close to hitting 43,000. We are only actually $43 away from hitting 43,000, which means we are only 3,043 away from hitting our 4th bonus game of Celeste Farewell.
All right.
This song is a bop.
I was saying, now what? All right, it's time to go to bed, everyone. It's sleep time.
But yeah, it's pretty late for me too. But thank you guys for watching. This was really, really fun to commentate, and really, really fun to just watch Fullaire destroy this game. She's really, really good at this game, and I'm glad y'all were able to watch this live, straight on Twitch. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, listening to us just ramble about Sunshine for an hour and 24 minutes. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your nights.
Thank you so much for that amazing run. It was really, really fun to watch. As someone who has never beat the game, it was really cool to actually see it destroyed. Um, As a reminder to everyone in chat, all donations are going towards Malala Fund. Malala Fund is working for a world where all girls can learn and lead. Malala Fund advocates for resources and policy changes needed to give all girls a secondary education, invests in local education leaders, and amplifies the voices of girls fighting for a change. We have already raised $42,957.07 for Malala Fund. Thank you all so much. That is because of all of you, and the support means absolutely everything. And as far as our incentives go, we are only $1,575 away from Squid Percent Run and $2,095 away from Donkey Kong Jungle Beat Bongo Cam. So you all have done an absolutely amazing job getting towards those. I still think we can crush it before tomorrow. So any donation that comes in will also go towards unlocking that bonus game, which we are also super close to. So thank you all so, so much. And we will be returning tomorrow for Final Fantasy XIV. And I just wanted to say thank you again for coming out, and I hope that you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you are, and we will see you all tomorrow.